So thank you everyone for tuning in to the Other People Show. We are live on YouTube, and this is typically not how we do things, but there has been a little bit of, I guess you could say, technical problems. So I thought that I would just come on briefly and see what's going on.
Thank you everyone for tuning in.
We got some feedback there. So Jake might be joining me momentarily. If not, that's fine as well. It's been an interesting fall so far. I really have to say, it's a little bit difficult right now to do the show, and I hadn't really had any trouble doing the show whatsoever before, but now it's a little bit of I don't want to say a problem, but it's more difficult for me to keep my thoughts together, keep my head in the game, and talk and do a show as I'm doing. So thank you everyone for tuning in to the show. I had quite a few things that I wanted to talk about today. Maybe Jake will join in just a moment. We'll see if that really happens. In the meantime, if you do want to join in on the show, feel free to message me. You can message me on YouTube, or if you want to Facebook message me, Adam Chafin on Facebook, please feel free to do that. Now, I'm on some medication now. I'm on Depakote and Abilify, and these medicines are actually taking a toll on me. And as you can probably hear, there are some trees being cut down in the background. So I do apologize as far as that goes. I'm trying to see if I can get Jake on, if he is even trying to get on here, because we did have a good show planned, and I was hoping to be able to put that show forward. If not, we will next time. So a few things that I do want to say. We have some big news regarding the show. We are now part of the Roku TV family, and we will be airing this show, not this particular show, but the Other People Show, as well as Adam and Jake on the Movies, and the sketches and series will be airing on Roku TV probably this month or next month. So that will be going on as well. We have the Father short film that's coming out this Sunday, so please check that out. It's a 26-minute episode, so it combines season 1, season 2, puts them together, and there you have the Father short film. I had so many things that I was going to bounce some ideas off of, and yes, my nails are painted pink. The reason being, I want to get into that with Jake. I'll tell him why they're pink, and in that regard, I would tell you all as well. But I'll keep that on the back burner. So, my friend Shelly has been talking about hoarding things, hoarding furniture, hoarding trash, hoarding food. Someone was hoarding fecal matter, so that was pretty gross. And I was wondering if people, what you all think about hoarding. Me having OCD, it's very difficult to deal with the hoarding. And it's one thing that mentally gets to me. Even beside of me to the left, which would be, I guess, your all's right, there are all these, we've got some CDs here, we have some books, and we have some DVDs that we're getting rid of. Like, for example, we have the Quentin Tarantino script, Pulp Fiction. So if anyone wants to buy Pulp Fiction screenplay, $1. Everything here, $1. If you want to have, if you want the Oasis CD, What's the Story, Morning Glory, $1. $1. Perfect condition, $1. Everything here. So there's all kinds of stuff there as well. Soundtracks, Linkin Park, you name it. It probably won't be there, but it could be. Who knows? So we were originally going to go live on Facebook. We usually have some people in there wanting to talk, wanting to chat, listening. YouTube is a little different beast, and we're not used to going live on YouTube, so I do apologize for that. But we have a few people tuning in, so thank you for that. It's 4:17. We may not have. Jake just messaged me. Yeah, we're on. So that being said, Jake should be on just in a moment, and we will tackle some of the topics. But I do want to get to hoarding though, because it bothers me immensely inside myself. Like, it's very hard for me to function with a lot of mind hoarding going on, or hoarding as if you've seen before on the shows and stuff like that. So let's see if we can get Jake in here, and we will try to do that. And I am sorry that this is how things are going at the moment, ATM. But, we do what we can do when we can do it. And that's all we can really do. So Jake isn't on quite yet, but he might be on soon. So Terry, she was on the show probably back in August, midsummer, I guess. Check that movie out, if you haven't done so. But she lives in Slab City, California. So she has the shirts that say Slab City across them. And she's going to send me one. And I was wondering whether to get a black one or a white one. And I originally said black, but I am going to go with the white one. I'm telling Jake I'm on now if you want to join. So I do apologize. This is traditionally not the way we do things here, but that's the way it's having to be done at the moment. Back behind me, you will see some dolls, some porcelain dolls. Porcelain dolls. They're all for sale as well. Everything must go. Those aren't $1 though, but everything must go. That is the we're sticking by that. Everything must go. Everything must go. So I'm in the mood to do the show. I look a little rough. I do apologize. Let me send Jake a link here, and we'll see what we're going to do about getting him on, because I would like a participant, and I would like that participant to be Jake, because we are used to doing the show together. So that is what I'm going to be sending him at the moment. Like I said, if anyone wants to join in, please do so. Just message me on Facebook or whatever, and we can set that up and go live with you on the show if you want to. We'll send that to Jake. Hopefully that'll work properly. And yeah, hopefully that will work properly. We'll see if that does work. I see that he wants to enter the room. So he is going to be entering the room. Jake, thanks for joining us. I've got some audio issues, so just one moment here. It's kind of been a little bit, I can't hear you at the moment.
Can you hear
because
me?
we're not live on Facebook.
Oh, we're
live
on
YouTube.
Oh.
And the reason being that we're live on YouTube is because the Facebook, they kept crashing when I'm trying to go live.
Oh. Well,
So I was like, well, I'll just try to go live on YouTube until Jake arrives, and I've just been filling time. So that being said, thank you for coming aboard.
yeah, can you hear me now, though?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. Sorry, I must have missed a link or something.
No, I thought that I sent it, but when you said you didn't get it,
Oh.
I had it in I had it ready to send, but I hadn't sent it. I thought that I had though, so my apologies there.
I was being very patient. But then I got worried about you. I was like, is everything okay?
Yeah.
I was going to miss a show.
So everything is going well. I kind of told a little bit about the Roku TV, but let's hear about your week first, and then I'll tell you a little bit about what's going on.
My week's been good. I finished this giant project that I'm working on, and I spent all day today writing.
Okay.
Which I thought would be I'd be happier with, but
Oh.
writing is just so hard. It's just so hard.
Yeah, it really.
I've gotten almost to the midpoint of this script. I'm just doing the treatment for it right now,
Yeah.
which is just kind of writing everything out for those who haven't written. You just kind of write everything out in like paragraph form, and then you go back through and rewrite all the scenes.
Right.
So I've been doing that, and I get to the midpoint of a feature that I'm working on, which I'm pretty happy about that. But I just like, it's just painful. Like every time I write out a scene, I'm like, I just can't do another one.
Right.
Because it's like, I don't know where to go. I don't know. And then I just do it and I just keep going.
Okay.
Because it's just what you got to do. You find that it's hard to do that?
I find it's hard to do. I see what I do is I always have a notebook, as you know, and this one's a brand new notebook. This one is
What color?
green.
Green.
Yeah. This one's 3 subjects. So all my other notebooks are probably to your right. There's red, yellow. I do think I have a green one and a blue. So there's been 4 that I've went through. So the ideas since my downfall, ideas have been coming left and right.
Wow.
Now, they're ideas that are for standalone sketch ideas, not a feature, but possibly a short film. So I'm pretty happy about that. And do I have you on the Google Docs? I don't have you on there, do I?
You did. I think we were on like some kind of Google Doc together.
There's 19 ideas on there.
Goodness.
And I'm going to try to film those 19 throughout the rest of this year. But
Dang, all right.
Back to your original question, I do find it difficult to like sit down and just bang out some pages, especially when I'm making myself do it.
Yeah.
Like when I'm getting to that point where I'm like, I don't have anything. What's the next step? What's the next progression? And then I sit down at the keyboard, sit down at the little keyboard, and then,
Yo.
But also, I usually have music that accompanies what I'm trying to write. So sometimes that'll start me and help me. Can you hear this noise in the background?
Not really.
Okay. They're cutting some trees down, but I didn't know
Nice.
if anybody could hear that, though.
Yeah, that's the way I am right now. So right now I just have time to do it. I wasn't really feeling I've caught up with everything, and then I have class tonight. And I'm mostly ready for that. So
Right.
I'm like, I've got time. I got to make the best of it and write. And then but I think ultimately I'm going to be happy with getting as much done as I've gotten done today. But it has just been a nightmare. And I know where it's going. I know what I'm doing with the script.
Right.
It's just like, I just not feeling it today.
Yeah.
And it's been probably my most productive day on this entire script. But
Really?
it's just not feeling it.
Yeah.
And I don't really feel like writing anything today, to be honest with you. I just don't feel like doing anything at all.
Well, see, I've been jump starting, and I've got this book here. It's called The Artist's Way: A Spiritual Path into Higher Creativity. And it's nothing religious or anything like that, but it's this book that my sister got me. And it kind of gives you some little exercises sometimes throughout the book to help jumpstart some creativity. And like there's just little exercises that you can do and basic principles and just, it's some helpful things. So I've been looking through that. I often go to David Lynch. This is his book, the director David Lynch.
Yeah.
So I've not read the entire book, but I've read specific chapters dealing with things that I'm interested in. So sometimes those are jumpstart, and I always have my main man. I always have Mr. Ed Burns.
Oh, I gotta have Ed Burns
stuff around as well. And then also I have there's Nice Guy Johnny.
Oh yeah.
It's the shooting script and the actual script, so those are kind of cool.
Nice.
And you recommended this book as well.
Oh, that is my writing Bible.
So yeah, and then I have several books over there that I often go to. So those have been helping me, and I journal every day as well, and that's been helping me. Whether it's a paragraph or a whole page, I've never really written more than a whole page recently, but that's helped me kind of get into the flow of writing because now I'm feeling a little bit better. So it's harder for me to journal. It's easy for me to journal when I'm crying, when I'm sad, when I'm upset, when I'm feeling a little bit crazy. It's easier for me to journal, but when I'm not happy, but I'm a little bit better. It's hard for me to put that down on paper or on the screen.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah.
I've never been one to journal. I don't really do it, but I know, like, I feel like a huge portion of the population does journal.
Yeah.
At least a huge portion of the population who like are productive, like people, like productive, really, you know, emotionally sound people. What do you, not specifically what do you write, but what do you write in a journal?
So I usually put the day, and I've always put the time. My entire life, anytime I've journaled, even when I used to write down in the notebook. I've got notebooks. Well, they're at Jeremiah's, but they're notebooks and they're journals. It's just nothing but, and they're usually, maybe a paragraph, just like now, basically. I just type it now. So I'll put my feelings in there, like the other day. I mean, I was really upset a couple weeks ago. I'm so effing upset. Tears won't stop falling, and I'll give like a reason why, and then maybe I don't even worry about punctuation or grammar or anything like that, because I just sit down and I just type out whatever emotions are coming out, and it could change from one second to the next, and then all of a sudden I kind of feel like I've written whatever I've needed to, and then I'll be done with it. So sometimes I'll do it multiple times per day. Lately, I haven't done it for probably 3 days now, but I've had 3 pretty decent days. Except I'm on some medicine. It makes me more fidgety.
Okay.
So, and it makes me I don't really know how to. I'm drowsy a lot. Like I'm drowsy now due to the medicine, and so it's like 1,000 milligrams of this medicine called Depakote, which what I've learned is a lot of milligrams.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
So I have to take it 2 times a day, 2 tablets 2 times a day, and then Abilify, and those are help with like mood swings and because I'm bipolar. So I've learned until that stuff gets into my system, I'm going to feel kind of not like myself.
Yeah.
Since I've not felt like myself, I've never had as many people want to hang out and do stuff during the last week and this week. And it's been great because I've done it, but I felt a little off, just a little, even more so than I normally am off. I feel off from off.
Okay.
If that makes any sense at all. It probably doesn't, but I always feel like I'm never like, quote, normal, but I feel even more abnormal than I normally feel. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just I've not slept in about 6 or 7 weeks very well. Like I've not got more than 3 hours of sleep, and my appetite's returning, but I've still lost 2 more pounds. So hopefully that'll get better.
But you have some really nice fingernails right now.
I do. All right, so I mentioned that before you came on.
Okay.
But I didn't tell why. I was waiting until you came on.
Okay.
So I've been hanging out with a friend. We shot the Hidden in Plain Sight. We shot that. So I won't give her name out yet. She might not want me to. So we've been hanging out every day, just doing fun things. We went out to a German place last weekend and had like German food, which was really cool. And I don't really drink other than when I'm breaking down to the show, but I had like some kind of German beer, which for beer, I guess it was okay. And then we went to High Knob yesterday, went rock climbing.
Oh, nice.
Not like, I mean, we didn't like go on the side of the rocks, but I mean, we were high up. Like if we had fallen, we were dead. We were dead. I actually have a picture. Well, I won't show the picture, but kind of High Knob. We went up there, and then we went to the like the tower, and we went up there and took some pictures and hung out. Went to Dairy Queen, got a Blizzard, and then she's a good cook as well, so she's been making me some like cuisine. So yesterday it was like broccoli and cheese and rice, and the other night it was potato balls with cheese.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds great.
It actually was. It was actually.
This sounds really good.
It was like she
had
these potatoes, like these tiny potatoes, kind of open the middle, put some cheese in it, closed it, and then kind of fried the potato, and the cheese melted inside, and it was like this little potato ball.
Oh
It
snap!
was amazing. It's pretty healthy too. I mean, it's yesterday's dish was more healthy because it was broccoli, and I guess the cheese would probably be the most unhealthy thing.
Yeah.
But she's a great rice. She's a great chef. So we've been doing that, and hanging out with her has really helped. So the other night I was really drowsy. So she messages me and she's like, "Would you? What color fingernail polish is down at the apartment?" So I name a couple that I know, and she said, "Would you be interested in, if she could do her nails?" And I said, "Sure." So I got up and I went to go get her. We went down there. She did part of her nails, and then she said, "Do you mind if I do yours?" So I picked out like a blue, or like a dark blue, maybe even a black, dark blue or black. But there's like a little brush, when you unscrew it, there's like a little tiny brush. But the brush part came off.
Oh.
And I think the other one kind of dried out. So she was like, "Well, can I do them like in pink?" So I was like, "Well, yeah, it's fine." So she did them in pink. And I just haven't really washed them off. So what I'm telling people, and it led to a sketch idea, is I'm going to do a sketch as if I'm Macaulay Culkin, because he wears fingernail polish on his fingers.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, I've seen him in interviews like in the last couple of years he does.
Yeah.
And, so I'm going to do a sketch where I'm not going to play him, but people are going to think that I'm him. Because I kind of dress, and like he has glasses, like these kind of glasses.
Mhm.
So, and I do have a shirt that says "I'm Macaulay Culkin" on it. So I actually ordered it from his Bunny Ears website.
Nice.
So,
I saw he has masks now.
I saw that
Have
yesterday.
the hands on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that might be something in the sketch that people keep coming up to me wanting to redo that.
Mhm.
So that's why the fingernail polish is like that. And I just haven't. I took it off of a couple just to see how it would look. And this was probably Monday, but I just haven't washed it off. So that's kind of the reason behind it.
It looks glamorous.
Well, it was funny because the other day I had the nail polish on, and I had my jeans. I don't have jeans on now, but I had them rolled up a little, like probably that much. And then I had the Chuck Taylors on, and then I had this blue jean jacket, and then my nails were like that. My hair was all like disheveled, even more so than normal, because it was before I got a haircut. So Shelly, I hang out with her, and she was like, I forget exactly what she says, but I think she said I look like a hot mess. She said I look like a fashionable hot mess.
Okay.
So I was like, okay. Now, speaking of fashion, I saw something on your Instagram yesterday. It was of you and Alex. I think it was yesterday, and I called it, like, in my mind, a fashion shot, because you both had like contemporary, cool-looking attire, and I thought it was like were you in the city? Was it the backdrop, the city?
Wait, were we both wearing the jean jackets?
Yeah.
No, all right. So we were
Did you have jeans on as well?
Yeah, we had jeans and jean jackets on
Okay.
because my niece is a big JoJo Siwa fan.
Yeah.
So last year for her birthday, she had a JoJo Siwa party. So we dressed up in our jean jacket because
Okay.
apparently she wears a jean jacket all the time.
Yeah.
So we had our jean jacket on, our jeans, and then I wore my Yeezys, and Alex wore some of her they were like some Nike high tops that she. We were trying to, but they're sparkly.
Okay.
So we tried to wear the most hip JoJo Siwa clothes that we
Okay.
possibly could
Well, I
find.
was going to ask you about some fashion tips, and some viewers, want fashion. I know you have the Yeezys. So
That's
I thought,
3 pairs of the Yeezys.
Oh, 3 pairs?
I've got the highlighter yellow green ones that we saw that are in that one. I have one that's like a cream color that are
Right.
just a little bit off white, and then I have what's called zebra,
Yeah.
which are white with the black stripes. Those are that's my favorite look, but I do like the highlighter green ones too.
Okay. Well, there's some of these things that I see ads pop up on Instagram, and it's like this clothing. It's like I'm not sure how to even describe what it is. Like, you fill out what kind of style that you have, and then each month they send you an outfit based upon and you don't have to keep it. You can send it back. But I
Yeah.
thought about doing one of those kind of things just to see what they would send, because when I go out shopping, I can't find anything.
I've always wanted to. I've seen a couple of like the little club or whatever subscription things,
Yeah,
but I've always wanted to do that. I'm like a weird, like, I just never know if anything's gonna fit me because I'm so many different sizes.
yeah.
But I would always love to do that just to see what they came up with.
Exactly. One time I went through and I filled out the thing because it was like $50 a month or something. It wasn't outrageous. I mean,
That's
it
not
was
bad
it was
for a
really
whole outfit.
Yeah, I think it was like, I know at least a shirt and like some kind of jeans or pants, and maybe even like I don't know, maybe some other items, socks or I think it was like 3 items.
Yeah.
And I was like, $60, that's not bad. And it was like you can cancel at any time. You don't have to accept what they send. So I was like I'm like, maybe it could be kind of cool. So I thought about doing that maybe.
If you
Because I was shopping
do,
this past weekend, I mean, I can only find shirts like this. Because if you notice, like every shirt that I wear, it's almost
mine's the crew neck version of yours.
Right. Yeah.
I go with the pocket too.
pocket. I've got one that color, V-neck and crew neck with pockets. So it's probably a very similar shirt.
These are what's it called? Everlane.
Okay.
Everlane.
Mine's
Yeah.
like with that little, like a crocodile or something. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, Lacoste.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I like the Everlane because they're pretty cheap and
Yeah.
but I will say that they have not been holding up in the wash as well as I would hope they were. But I that's what sucks is that, like, first of all, since I've been in Lynchburg, this has been like my only pair of shoes
Okay.
besides like my running shoes. So I've been wearing the same
shoes that I've had on today.
shoes. So I've worn the same pair of shoes for 3 months. And then but I've got all these like really cool clothes that I bought once I finally got into shape.
Yeah.
And then the pandemic hits and I've got nowhere to wear them.
Nowhere to go.
Yeah, I'm like literally all dressed up and absolutely nowhere to go. And
Well,
then
I'm gonna have to start getting some clothes because now I actually have Victoria and I went places, but I didn't really feel that we went places where I would like out somewhere because we weren't really she wasn't really a fashionable person. You know what I mean? I'm not even saying that as a negative. That just wasn't her.
yeah.
And my new friend is more into fashion, and she actually has a really good fashion sense. And she's actually told me from a few of the things that I've worn that she complimented the blue jean jacket that I had on the other day. I've had that blue jean jacket a decade.
Hey, it's coming back.
Yeah. So I'm very pleased with it, but I don't know what shoes to get. I've got the Chuck Taylors, which I can't wear for long periods of time. They're hurt my feet terribly.
How do they hurt your feet?
I don't know. My feet just start to ache after maybe 2 hours.
Mine, there's like no, they're like hard as bricks.
Yeah.
Yep. I used to wear Chuck Taylors and I got the same issue.
It's just like they look so cool, but I'm like, I can't wear them for one time. I wore them to a concert. I stood for 4 hours. My feet were throbbing.
People used to play basketball in those
I can't even
things.
imagine that. I can't even imagine.
Got to get you some Adidas.
Adidas?
That's where it's at.
Okay.
I am all about Adidas. These
Just
are
like the sneakers or
oh yeah. I only get Adidas like sneakers. I have
Okay.
one pair of Nike and that's an old Jordans. It's
okay.
in Jordan 1s, but I haven't worn them because I bought them during the pandemic, so I
Right.
haven't been able to wear. But Adidas have and really like it's like walking on the moon with these shoes because the soles are so comfortable. I love every pair that I've got.
I don't even know. I don't think I've ever had a pair of. I've had one pair of Adidas, I think, and I really did like them. But but they were running shoes though. I got them to run in.
NMDs. Oh, these the ones that I have on. These are the Oreo NMDs. I love NMDs a lot. You can tell they're NMDs because they have these like things that jut out.
Mhm.
right here, and then there's one on the inside too.
Okay.
But this like foam that they use is
Yeah.
so bouncy. Feels so nice. But even then, like a lot of like if you get some really, and not even expensive, but just like if you get the really like the foam Adidas.
Yeah.
Now, if you get like the old like indoor soccer shoes, the old Steve, whatever
Yeah.
they're called,
Jeremiah used to wear those.
they don't have as much
They look
bounce
like
to them.
I think I put my foot in them once, and they were like really like you were almost walking on the ground.
Yeah, they're just like they look cool,
Yeah.
but man, there's some Adidas sneakers out there that oh my gosh, the foam is just like you just bounce when you walk.
That's what I mean.
That's what you got to invest in next.
So some Adidas then. Okay.
Maybe you give me your shoe size and I'll buy you a pair of Adidas sneakers for Christmas this year.
So it's Adidas probably I'd say 12 and a half in Adidas. I wear 13 in Nike.
Okay.
But Adidas probably 12 and a half. Yeah, Nike's 13.
I'm gonna look you up some right now.
I'm excited to see what you choose. So I was going to ask another question.
Yeah, we just totally jumped
Into
the whole fashion thing.
Yeah, well, that was a question that I had written down as well. I had the fashion thing written down, and it was the reason I thought about it was because actually I should have put it on the notes, but I actually did write things down about for the show. Unfortunately, and I guess it works out okay since we don't have time, I didn't get to watch the movie again, but I'm going to this week.
We need to do it like next Wednesday.
Okay.
We got to figure out a better time for it, I think.
So next Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask you, is there anything that you haven't tried in life that you want to try? Like whether it be like a hang gliding or visiting scuba diving?
There's two things that I've always wanted to do. Three. I want to go to the moon or space.
Okay.
For sure, but that one's a little bit.
Yeah.
But the other two.
You and Lance Bass could go. Doesn't he want to go?
I would love to go with him. I think we share a birthday, I think, too. So we could go for our birthdays.
Yeah, I'd go.
I want to ride a bull.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. I want to ride in a horse race. And I want to fight a bull.
Really?
Like
Do you want to have like the whole outfit on?
Oh, yeah. With the sparklies and everything.
What did they say? Olay? Is that what they say?
Olay, yes.
Olay.
Yes, I used to study bullfighting when I was a kid.
Really?
Because my mom was a Spanish teacher, so she would show that videos because of like culture.
Oh, yeah.
And so I would watch those things, and there was this documentary I used to watch, and I was in love with that documentary.
Wow.
Which is kind of interesting because I have a fear of animals.
Yeah.
Like not all animals, but like large animals I have a fear of. So that's how I'd want to overcome either riding a bull or fighting a bull.
That you had a fear of horses.
Yeah, that too. Which again makes riding bulls and riding in a horse race.
Now, see, I've never been in a horse race, but I have ridden a horse twice. I will say it was fun, but I was scared. Especially when he started going kind of fast and he wouldn't slow down. Like I was kind of scared.
Were you on a trail ride or did you direct him?
Yeah. Like he wasn't going like super fast, but it felt fast to me. Like he was trotting pretty fast, I thought. Have you ever seen this cartoon, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow?
Oh,
he's on the horse. That's about how I felt. Like when he was going real slow, and then they hear the frogs go Ichabod, Ichabod. I mean, obviously I didn't hear that, but you know.
We should watch that and Mr. Toad.
We
could do them together. We
Okay.
could do them as a show, like a together show, since they're always kind of together.
And those are pretty, like for like a cartoon, kind of scary for a cartoon.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I watch that every year.
I haven't in a while, but I used to though.
Yeah. No, I've done like a couple of pony rides, and then I did a trail ride one time. But
Yeah.
I'm really allergic to them.
Okay.
So every time that I did ride, I
Right.
always got like super stuffed up. But
Okay.
I kind of want to try it. But I had when I was in 7th grade, my math teacher missed 3 months because she got kicked in the face by a horse. She had to get her whole face like reconstructed.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible.
Yeah, it was bad. So
Ooh.
like ever since then, I've had even more of a fear of horses.
Well, see, I've had kind of a fear ever since the Christopher Reeve thing, which happened in Culpeper.
Yeah, he did. Culpeper was his kryptonite. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, you're like these animals. Okay. Here's another thing. Do you know what? If I'm really stressed, do you know what calms me down? Watching a video of a horse being reshoed.
Really?
It's
wow.
just because they like it's such a mess when they start, and then they shave like all the crap away, and then it's nice and clear.
Right.
By the time they're done, it's just like this beautiful palette that I don't even watch them put the shoe on.
Right.
The cleaning up of their hooves, it is just like, it's like giving them a little pedicure. It's so.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because like I've been watching like people. Well, I've been watching Macaulay Culkin and Jim Carrey, these painting videos that they do because they do painting. And I didn't get to go to the painting this past weekend due to drowsiness, which sounds ridiculous, but I was so drowsy that I was basically just on the sofa back here, just like my eyes, like I couldn't sleep, but I was like too lethargic to do anything.
Yeah.
And I was like going and painting. That's not going to be a lot of fun if I can't barely keep my eyes open.
Is it like your body's like really heavy?
Yeah, like I'm feeling it now, but I've only taken 2 of them today. So I'd take the other before bed. I wish I could just take them all before bed at one time, but then I can't sleep those because that's one of the side effects. So it's helping in some ways not. But anyway, I'll have to check that out. What do you have to type in YouTube to watch the horseshoes?
Oh, just like reshoeing a horse.
Okay, because I know what it is, but I've never seen it.
It makes me so nervous because they're holding this horse's hoof between their legs. That's the way they do it. They have chaps on.
Yeah.
And they hold the horse's hoof there, and then they just start like
cleaning it out.
And but it is just so relaxing for me.
Wow.
I don't know why, but it's so relaxing.
And I just now realized that this might be the only time that we ever see this show because I didn't record the show. And it's not streaming live on Facebook, so this might be it.
When it's done on YouTube, does it?
I can't remember. I've only the last time Aaron and I did a show, we it did something like this, so it might be on YouTube.
It might be. If it stays on YouTube, I can always download it.
Okay, cool. Now, one thing that I didn't want to, I guess you have to go soon, don't you?
I got Alex is actually on her way back from Baltimore right now. So I'm waiting for her because I got to let her in. Okay.
So we won't get into any more topics then, since we'll start doing it. You want to do the other people's show on Wednesday or just the movie one on Wednesday?
Let's see if we can do the movie on Wednesday and then do the other people's show on Thursday.
Whatever time you need to do the show is when I can do the show.
Okay.
I'll schedule my life around whenever you can do the show, because what I was going to say is that, and I said it earlier before you came on, we are now going to be on Roku TV with this show on the movies, Adam and Jake on the movies, the other people's show, all the sketches, and any other shows that we produce and put together. So
this is our biggest distribution yet.
And we can have up to, let me see, I wrote it down yesterday. There are up to 50 million viewers that watch Roku TV in America. Now, worldwide, which we won't be on worldwide, we'll just be in America. Worldwide, she said 30 billion.
No, wait, that can't be right.
3 billion. 3 billion, sorry. Because I was like, 30 billion? There's not even 30 billion. She said 3 billion, so that's almost the whole world.
That's
Apparently.
half the world.
Yeah. So, but 50 million in America.
All right.
So we're gonna be having time slots for the shows.
Are they going to be live or just like replay?
Replay. Now we
Okay,
probably
sweet.
could do live, but I think replay might be the way to go right now.
Yep, that's a good place to start. Okay.
And then we're gonna, time slots, and if there's something that we think that needs to be played at like a later time, she said that they would air like the regular scheduled program, but like a new episode would be on. Let's say we do like PG, like let's say there was like a PG-17, so I would be like, let's put that on at 11 o'clock at night. So, and we continue to own everything that we let them air. The only way that they would own it is if they recreate it, remake it, and then they would buy it from us because we would be the owners of the creation. Like we would be the owners
IP.
of the product.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Yeah. So Orlando Jones, I think I mentioned him the other day. He's one of the spokespeople. Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
And Redman, like Redman, the rapper.
Yep.
So pretty cool.
Big news.
She was the CEO of let's see, it's called let's see. I had a lot of notes written down about it. King Network is the production company on Roku TV. So King Network on Roku TV is where we would be. And I also like the fact that it's an independent company that's independently ran, but she also has her hands in other cookie jars like NBC. She has a deal at Paramount. So these could be avenues that could possibly help us, because she said they had searched, and out of the people that they searched, we were one of the people that they contacted, like our channel, and we already had a loyal following, she said. So
all right.
Yeah, I didn't expect
Let's
it.
go.
Yeah, so that's what's happened.
Bright things in the future. And with that, I'm gonna have to bid you adieu.
Alrighty.
Sorry, gotta go a little bit early, but I'll be back next week. Maybe we do both shows on Wednesday next week.
Okay, sounds good.
Both out.
All right. Well, I'll sign out. But thanks for coming in, Jake, and have a good rest of the week.
Good show. You too.
All right, man. See you later.
See ya.
So that is Jake. He's heading out, and start calling Pinkie Pie. I didn't realize that was her real name. I might have to actually start doing that. And thank you for tuning in, Jonathan. And thanks for going to tune in to the Roku stuff as well. So yeah, that's the show. We're going to be back Wednesday, probably 4 p.m. And thanks for checking out the show. It's and bearing with us. We're still getting everything together. Like I said last week, we're going to start having microphones in here. I'm going to be painting this wall behind me. This New York skyline will probably be behind me as well, but might be turned the other way. So a lot of new things in store. So thanks for checking out the show, and please check out the other people's show, the clips, the shows, sketches, everything. Thanks a lot. And we have the Father short film coming out this Sunday. So thanks everyone